Hello, and welcome to Randall's Log, Video 6. Today's date is Friday, January 6th, 2017. I'm Randall Armstrong. Thank you for watching. You're going to notice that this video today is really short. The reason it's really short is a combination of reasons. One, I didn't get out of bed till noon. I slacked off today. I really like to sleep. I was up late last night, just perusing through Netflix, looking for stuff to watch. I think I started watching The Recruit. I've seen the movie before. I was just kind of in the mood to watch something with Al Pacino. I know it's not his best movie, but I've always been intrigued by the government, CIA, FBI, and stuff like that. I always thought to myself, like, would I make a good CIA agent? Would I make a good spy? Would I be a good FBI agent? You know, these things have crossed my mind before. But so I was intrigued, and I just wanted to watch that. So a little bit about what I did last night. Part of the reason I got out of bed late was because I stayed up longer than normal, I think. Or I just slept longer than normal. Either or, doesn't matter. So yeah, woke up around, got up out of bed around noon. I had cereal for lunch, Frosted Flakes, which I used to not like Frosted Flakes, but it's because I hadn't had them in so long, I enjoy them now. That and Honey Bunches of Oats. So I had that, and I watched an episode of Big Bang Theory, the newest episode, and I really love that show. I really do. Quick story. I feel like I haven't introduced him on the show yet. Those of you that know me and you're friends with him, you know who I'm talking about, Frank Grande. I feel like physically, we look alike. We look a little like the characters. Like, he's tall like Sheldon. I'm short, average male height, like Leonard, played by Johnny Galecki, and of course Leonard wears glasses. Personality-wise, I think I'm more closer to Sheldon, and Frank, of course, is more closer to he's more closer to Leonard. So like when we hang out and we have the fights and the discussions, it's always like he's always, you know, like Frank's funny guy. He's a smart ass, you know, so he knows how to put me in my place. It's fun. It's always fun hanging out with him. But yeah, so that's one of the things I liked about the show. It took me a few years, and then I realized it. I'm like, I think I'm more like Sheldon, and you're like Leonard. But physically, I look more like Leonard, and you look more like Sheldon. And he got a crack out of it, and he's like, eh. But so that's kind of the reason I like Big Bang Theory even more. That being kind of relating to it a little bit, just a little bit. You know, I love all the, you know, I love the characters. The show could go on for 20, 30 years. I'd be okay with it. Most people are like, no, you know, you can't have a show going on for that long because then it's crap. You know, there's people like Chuck doesn't like the show. I forget why. I guess he just doesn't think it's funny, or there's characters on the show he just doesn't like. He loves the theme song though. He loves the Big Bang Theory theme song, Bare Naked Ladies, I think. Yes. Anyways, watch Big Bang Theory, and then there's this new sitcom with Joel McHale. I like Joel McHale, even though I didn't really watch Community, and I know that Community is one of those sitcoms that I would enjoy. I would really like to watch it. I just haven't pushed myself to watch it. I'm so devoted to the superhero comic book TV shows, and not just the superhero comic book TV shows, just comic book TV shows in general, like Walking Dead, for example. Granted, I am really behind in Walking Dead. I still haven't finished last season, which means I haven't started this season with Negan, even though I know Negan shows up in the last episode of last season. I think part of the reason I just haven't been excited to watch Walking Dead is because, you know, I fell behind on the comics. Had I still been reading the comic books, I'd have something, you know, to compare it to and maybe be like super excited about it. But there's just something about the show and the pacing. It's just kind of just, I hate to say get bored with it, but I just, you know, I haven't made that show a priority. I'm behind on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., trying to catch up on that. Lately I've been watching Lucifer, trying to catch up on Lucifer. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that there'd be too many comic book TV shows for me to keep up with. I'm a TV guy. I love watching television shows. I have probably, on average, 20 or 30 shows. No, probably just 20. 30 sounds too much. On average, I have about 20 shows that I probably watch per week. So anyways, I had Serial, Big Bang Theory, Great Indoors, Joel McHale, back to that. That's a very funny sitcom. I love the whole mentality of, they're joking on the millennials, and then you have like people I think are more closer to my age, I guess, or maybe slightly older, and how they kind of just don't connect with the millennials, but they're trying to work together. So it's funny. It's people who are raised up with the technology and the different lifestyle and different education versus and what's funny too is he's an outdoorsman. So these people are tech people, so they're always inside, they're always on the computers. He's the opposite. He likes traveling, he likes going outdoors, he doesn't deal with computers. So it's that meshing those types of people together. And of course Joel McHale is funny. He's a very sarcastic guy, very funny guy. So yeah, I've enjoyed the show. It's one of my favorite sitcoms to watch right now. Probably my most favorite, newest sitcom to air. Because I even like The Man with the Plan with Matt LeBlanc. That's a funny show also. Main reason I love that show is because of Kevin Nealon. So without Kevin Nealon, I'd be borderline like, I'm not sure if I can keep watching this. So sorry, Matt LeBlanc. But yeah, if you're looking for like a new sitcom to watch and you're like, I don't know what to check out, Great Indoors, check it out. It's a funny. It really is a funny show, and Joel McHale's funny. So I got to watch that. I know I talk about television on here sometimes. Brian Wensloff had mentioned to me about possibly doing like different segments or different videos, and I said, yeah, definitely. I'd look into that. That's definitely what I'd want to do down the road. Because I watch so much TV, I think what I'll do is, since new episodes are starting to pop up, I'll have to break it down, work out the details, but I want to do sort of a short segment where I'm talking about TV shows that are coming out, what you should watch, or, why I like them and what happened in them. So it's sort of like, Randall Talks TV. Randall Talks TV segment. So, coming soon. And but yeah, there was that. The guys that work over at Acri Air, they came by and checked out why some of the fuses weren't working here at the house. Kind of broke it down and explained it. They went through the breakers and they said everything looks like it's working fine. And then we found like a reset button with one of the fuses, and he basically said that something must have happened where the fuse short circuited and it did like an emergency cutoff. So hit the reset button, everything was working, which is great. That means the electricity is working in the garage, which means I can get back onto jumping on the treadmill. Project Hugh Jackman, Rebirth, whatever. Project Hugh Jackman Part 2 will be happening soon. If not tomorrow, if not Sunday, then Monday. Because I have plans on Sunday as well. And who knows, I might oversleep again. So that's that. Still haven't tried out the video. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. And one last thing I want to mention too is huge thanks to my good friend Marco Lopez. Marco reached out to me. He messaged me to give me a little bit of advice for my videos, which I really do greatly appreciate. Like I said before, I appreciate any kind of feedback. It's also quite possible that people don't make it this far into watching the video, so they don't know that I'm saying, hey, if you don't like it, or you're bored or whatever, if you have any suggestions, people probably don't know. So I'll have to like type a message in there or something like that. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I'm doing these videos mostly for, not necessarily to build an audience. This is just videos that I'm creating to share with people, but more importantly, it's for me. It's for me to look back and remember, what did I do that day? What have I done with my life? there's a video of me literally talking about stuff that's happening in my life that I can look back and say, I remember that day. You know, because like I said before, as you get older, your memory starts to fade. You know, you don't remember everything. You know, and sometimes it's those little moments that, you know, you had like a really good day. You can forget those moments, and I'm hoping by doing, like I said before, like I'm hoping that by doing these videos, I can look back and be like, oh, I remember that. That was fun. You know, that makes me happy. That makes me feel happy. So, but yeah, thank you to Marco with the suggestions. I'm hoping that we hang out next week, and then we can brainstorm. We can say, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? What can I add to better the quality? You know, because I'm going to need those things also for when I start doing the other videos. I want to make those videos. It's just a matter of making time, and you know, I have my list of goals and my list of things to do, so it's like I want to do those, but I also want to make the videos. But when I do make those videos, I think I would feel better making sketches and joke videos if I'm collaborating and working with somebody. It's extremely difficult to make funny videos by yourself, my opinion, especially if you have no experience in doing it. You know, that's where the trial by error, that's where experience, that's where, you know, working on it and developing on it, that's where that comes in, you know. So anyways, going to Chuck's show tonight, going to Tampa Palms, which is out by Peabody's. It's literally like next to Peabody's. It's connected to Peabody's, I believe. And Peabody's is this great bar area where I think a lot of people that live in that area, and not just people that live in the area, but college students, they go out there, they hang out, drink, have a good time. Chuck used to do a lot of shows out there, so it's good old days. So he hasn't done a show there in a while, so he's doing one out there tonight. It starts at 7 p.m., so I need to leave here around 6 p.m. because it takes me about 45 minutes at least, I think, to make it out there. So, woke up late, leaving early to hang out with friends. Those are the two biggest reasons why this video is short. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching.